Can you talk about Diddy's baby mom Misa being around death row? How she first came around, what she was doing around, and did she have any work professionally with death row?
Okay. She came around with Mary J. Blige. I'll refer y'all to the Danny Boy stories on those because he is kind of being factual of how she was always coming around with with Mary J. That's the first time I saw her. That's when Mary, any y'all from New York know when Mary was riding around in that red, bright red 500 SL. I remember them pulling up at the, we used to say at the X's house. We would leave at the Four Seasons in New York, in Manhattan, or the X's house, the Nikos. And we was at the Nikos this particular time. And they pulled up, she pulled up, and Mary and her came in, and that's when I believe Suge and uh, and Misa started communicating with each other. Uh, she never did any styling work for us, even though she was a stylist. That was her profession. I think she was going to do some styling work or stylish work or wardrobe work. That's what they call it, wardrobe. But I don't remember and don't know remember of her doing any. No Pac didn't need any done by her. Uh, Danny Boy, she wasn't on the set of that. Those two videos that he did. Uh, and definitely Dog Pound. You know, those niggas was just G'd up. And so, yeah, don't remember Misa doing any wardrobe work for Death Row. But she was around. Uh, Remember that incident when she came, of course, when she came in town. I told y'all before how I went and delivered her some money at her house one time. Uh, yeah, you know, I'm sure it was Suge always, you know, that was his way of getting back at it. We used to call him Eagle. Like he'll swipe down, try to swipe down on your woman. And him and Pac had a fetish with that, with messing with other people's women and picking them up. And that's all that happened. And she was an art of war, unfortunately. And didn't last too long. I remember, like I said, we hooked up with him again when we was out there with Koch Entertainment. I had finished up the deal and we went out there to sign the paperwork, and that's when Suge went and did all of those sittings on 106 in Park and Wendy Williams show and all of that, and doing that little tour. We had just signed with Koch at the end of 2000 and at the beginning of 2002, January, and we saw him at it was a strip club, and I heard it's closed down now, called Sue's or something like that, in the Bronx. And we saw them at that club. But at that time, she was married. And I remember that's the night when I told y'all we were out with, matter of fact, we went into the factory district to a club that night after we left the strip club, and or it might have been the next night, and she was there. And that's when I always tell y'all Von Zip and Suge saw each other, and Suge didn't recognize who Von Zip was. And I had to tell him, hey, you know, that's that dude Von Zip that's supposed to be, had something to do with the murder of Tupac. And I'll just tell that story just to show that I knew that Suge didn't even know who Von Zip was, because he was looking like, oh, okay, that's that nigga. And I remember we was at a club in a fashion district. Okay, yeah. So we was out there, or it might have been even the meat district. I don't know, it was crazy. It might even been something about meat or something, but it was it was a bunch of warehouses we was around. And we was at that club, and that's when Misa's husband was there. I remember her introducing her to Suge, and he being there, and we saw Von Zip that night, and that's when Wendy Williams' husband was hanging out with us, and that Hollywood ass nigga was running around with us. So we was out there in New York, and that was the last time that I saw Misa. But she seemed to always been a cool chick. Y'all first saw her. Most of the people saw her and was introduced to her. She's the young lady that was sitting in the jacuzzi in the I Wonder Why You Call Me Big Papa video, was that? Or, yeah, the with the Afro Puffs, sitting in the jacuzzi with Puffy and y'all. That was the young lady in that video. That's what Misa. That's who she is. And I never heard she say anything bad about her. It was always positive vibe and good, good conversation about her. Seemed to be cool. So, and she doesn't really talk bad about Puffy. I don't really hear her saying anything publicly bad about Puffy. And so, she must be a cool, baby mama. Here she was with that dude. I know I seen a picture of her recently with that dude that got killed. That was a major allegedly snitch in New York. Can't think of his name right now. I know y'all tell me in the comment section, but I know that was the last picture or last thing I saw of her when she was in a relationship with him. Was it Alpo? I think Alpo or somebody like that. That the guy that got killed, that was an informant that had just got out of prison. I heard they were dating at one point. But yeah, Misa and Mary was cool. It's funny, because now we even hear reports that Mary and Puffy was messing around back in the day doing the Uptown days. And she got an abortion by. Had never heard that. Never in life heard that until recently, but somebody's reporting it. Probably that bitch Jaguar Wright or somebody. Don't know. But, yeah. That's all I know about Misa. Shout out Misa. Hope you're doing well. You and your son. Don't know how this affecting you. Don't know how this affecting you. But maybe you can help him if he's getting messed up by it. And come clean. Come clean to everybody. And tell him who his real dad is. Y'all look at this picture. Y'all tell me that don't look like that man's. That man's son. And not Puppy Combs' son. Y'all know who that is? That's Puff's right-hand guy, Wolf. Y'all know I can't miss an opportunity to take a shot at you East Coast niggas. Because y'all do it at us every chance y'all get. We just don't have a big enough voice because gangsters don't like talking on the internet as much as you niggas from the East do.